Hey, what's up guys, X-Man here, and today I'm doing something a little bit different. This is very different from my usual stuff, where I'm playing and talking. I'm doing a voiceover now, and, well, before I get into the, I'll say an absolute dunk fest I'm going to have on behavior here, because they're actually killing the game, I'm going to talk about something a little bit more positive. I am currently not sponsored, silly me, it is a partnership. I'm partnered with Dubby. It's an energy drink company, similar to, G Fuel Gamer Subs. But it's got 0 fillers, some great flavors, if you're in the server or if you know anything about me. It's my favorite right now is Japanese soda, highly recommend it. You can get them at not the Dubby, you can get the Japanese sodas at Walmart, and it tastes just like that, the Dubby that is. And there's currently, for the next 5 days, my code, the X-Man, will be 20% off. After that, it will be 10%. And that goes for any item, except for any collabs with anime, which is what they have. But if you check them out, W Energy, just Google it, you'll find it. I'll put the link in the description. But on to my actual... Now we switch to something different. So, if you know me, I've been playing Dead by Daylight for a relatively long time. I've been playing it longer than I've been recording it. And I have some pretty hot takes when it comes to this game. I think that it's probably... Now, I know a lot of people are saying that it's in its best state. And I know very much it is not in its best state. I know Survivor right now is the easiest, mind-numbingly boring thing that it's been in the longest time. And I think it's ridiculous. Me personally, I play both Killer and Survivor. I have my pain points, which is what I'll go over, and I think it's just in a terrible state. I think they really need to change up what they're doing, or their game is going to die. It will die. And I know we're coming up on the 10th anniversary. People are thinking, oh, it's Pennywise, oh, it's Jason, oh, it's this person, it's that person. I think if it wants to survive another 10 years, I think we need to focus on the game itself and not on the content. So, one of my biggest things is, point number 1, skill-based matchmaking. I know not a lot of people talk about this. I think it is an atrociously terrible system, the way it's been used in multiple games and, from different genres, whether it's Call of Duty, Dead by Daylight, Fortnite, Apex. It's... The way they use it, it's pretty cut and dry. Alright? It is... You get a kill, you're good. If you don't get a kill, you're bad. Especially in Dead by Daylight, where it's based off of kills and escapes. If you escape, you go up. You die, you go down. You get a kill as killer, you go up. You get a 4 out as killer, you go down. And I think this is the worst way of doing it. And my big suggestion is we have these categories, right? And I saw something on Reddit. I don't go on Reddit. It was just in my little news feed. And what it is you get different points for different categories, right? So use that to determine how good someone is. If someone gets out, so let's say you get a 4 out, everybody gets out, but one person did absolutely nothing. They sat in the corner all game, self-cared in the corner, did absolutely nothing. They should not go up. They should stay where they're at. If you aren't doing anything, if you aren't contributing to the match, you should not go up, at minimum. If you're a killer, if you get less points, so let's say, classic basement Bubba, you camp all of them in the basement and you get the 4K at 5 gens, that shouldn't make you go up. That should make you stay, at the very least stay. It shouldn't make you go down, but it should make you stay. And it's just ridiculous how, people can play these very cheesy ways of using perks and whatnot and get free wins, and they're considered good. It's ridiculous. And so that moves me on to my next point, are perks. And if you know anything about this game, you'll know that, especially Survivor, I know Killer has some pretty bad perks, but Survivor is egregiously bad. So the way it is they already have, so the craziest thing to me is Survivors have base kit borrow time. So if you don't know what that is, it used to be when you get unhooked, you did not get any protection. The killer could camp the hook, someone pulls you off, and you could go right down immediately. No protection, no saving, nothing. And so your only savior there would be if your teammate brought borrowed time, which gave you that endurance. And I think, personally, that's how it should be. If you want to avoid something, you bring a perk, right? So you want to avoid getting tunneled, you bring Decisive Strike. You want to avoid getting hit off hook, you bring borrowed time. I think it should, if you bring it and you're hooked, you should be affected by it, but that's just me. So, but like, making Perk's base kit makes Survivor's stronger base kit. So, if we're going to give Survivor base kit stuff to make them stronger, i.e. base kit BT, more pallets on the map, their perks overall should be weaker. Or if we want their perks to be stronger, they don't get anything at base kit, they get less. You see where I'm getting at? If they're going to be strong without perks, they should not be even stronger with perks. Survivor is not the power role. I hate to break it to the idiots that seem to think that Survivor should be the stronger side. That's not how it works. If you have 4 versus 1, the 1 is supposed to be significantly stronger than the 4, especially if they're not working together. If they're working together, then you can see where they should be strong. But if they're not working together, they should not be strong. But the fact that like killer does not feel like a power role anymore. I have heard many, and I mean many cases of people being more anxious playing killer than playing survivor, and that should just not be the case. If you are anxious playing the power role, then that's very bad, to say the least. If your game is so abhorrently bad that the power role does not feel like a power role, you have horribly messed up in your balancing decisions. And so, what was my next point? So, when you have this incredible imbalance where all 4 individually can be much stronger than the killer, then how are you supposed to play the power role when you're not even powerful? What's the point? You know? And then all these weaker killers feel like hot ass. All these nerfs that they give to killer makes strong killers still strong and the weaker killers even weaker. And like they've done something before that made a lot of sense. So back during the Krasu PTB, I know it was the worst PTB possible. I didn't play it, I'm on console. But they added the hook, what was it called? Incentives, right? And the hook incentives. That wasn't a bad idea. That one should have went through. And the fact that it didn't boggles my mind. Anyways, so for each new hook, which meaning you don't tunnel, you don't go after the same person, you hook 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, you get bonuses. So you get bonus kick compression, you got a haste boost, which was bloodlust for some reason, and then I think that was it. I think there was aura, I don't remember, it was a while ago, but you had these rewards for the killer playing the way you want them to play, and then you just remove them. And then on top of that, they had it set so that certain killers got less of a bonus. I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, why can't they do that with perks? Why can't they make it so if you put, it's like let's say, Nurse and Trapper, you both put Lethal Pursuer. On Nurse, it should give you like, how long is that off rip? I say 4 seconds, so Nurse should get like, let's say 2 seconds, and Trapper gets 4 seconds. So Nurse gets less value from the perk than Trapper does. And I feel like that would be an amazing idea for balancing, because then you can make these perks significantly weaker on stronger killers and then make them stronger on weaker killers. I mean, it just makes sense, right? It just works. And the fact that they haven't even thought of it, like they nerfed Blight, they made him 4.4. And I'm not saying that's the worst idea, but when you make the stronger killers weaker, then who's going to play anything then? What's the point of even getting on if you're not playing the power role? And I know I sound like a top killer me, but I frankly do not care. Because if you are playing the power role, you are very much entitled to be powerful. Like, I know, crazy idea. If you're playing the killer, it's supposed to be stronger than the survivors, you should be stronger than the survivors. And then, let's see. What else do I want to talk about here? This is still a big cheating problem as well. So, it's crazy that this... Let's see, hold on, let me look this up. So almost $1 billion company, and they still use free anti-cheat. Easy Anti-Cheat is a free-to-use anti-cheat, and they are making millions. And you're gonna sit here and tell me they can't afford a proper anti-cheat, or at bare minimum, at least make it so the game detects certain things on the server and not on the client. I forgot who said it. Someone said that if they made everything, like movement and whatnot, server-sided instead of client-sided, you wouldn't be getting speed cheaters, you wouldn't be getting teleporters and whatnot, because they'd be cheating, their client would be telling them, oh, they're over here, and the server said, nah, fuck that, they're right here, that's where they stay. And it's crazy because it's not a hard fix. I know behavior in their spaghetti code. I know it's ridiculous looking. But I know they can still do something. I know they're not completely incompetent. I know they can do something. And I know it sounds like I'm complaining a lot, and I like hate this game or something. No, I love this game. This is probably one of the few games I actually genuinely enjoyed playing. A while ago, it's debatable now, because, you know, all the nonsense to give to Survivor, but the fact that we're sitting here, and we're like sitting here and we're saying, oh, this is the greatest time, it's the best time period for DBD, it's not. It's been going downhill ever since, let's see, like since Night. Personally, I think since Night. Ever since Night was released, the game has been on a steady downhill spiral. And it's gonna keep going until the devs realize that maybe we should stop trying to get people to buy Sable bikini skins and, like, you know, fix the game. It's just, like, crazy to me. And I know I'm not the only one that sees this. I know there's tons of people every day that see how ridiculous these business decisions are, I guess, for lack of a better term. And, like, I want to see the game succeed. I really do. And it just boggles my mind that they keep making steps in the wrong direction when the correct steps are so blatantly in view. It's really not that hard. I think I got all my points out. I think there's nothing else. No cosmetics are a big problem. The Rift Pass. Okay. Actually, one more point. I know I'm going like all over the place. I'm ADHD brain. I think you guys are used to this by now. But cosmetics, the way the game is treated, it should be free to play at this point. The fact that you still have to pay 15 buckaroonies just to play the game, not including any subscriptions you need to play online, like Game Pass and PlayStation Plus and Switch Online. God forbid you play on Switch. But the fact that you still have to pay and you still need a subscription to play this game that is being treated like Fortnite is mind-boggling. This game should be free to play. They should buff the anti-cheat, and they need to fix the servers. It's really not that hard. Any other company would have done that by now. The fact that we get all these accessibility features almost 10 years into the game's lifetime is insane. It's Minecraft Mojang levels of incompetent. And alright. I don't know what to say. It's just, I'm speechless as to how we get to this point where we all feel the need to think of it like this. But I believe that is all I have to say. I know this was a bit different. This is a big rant/yap fest. And it was very much different from me. I don't know if you heard it, but I was drinking a bit of water a couple of times. I had to pause to drink water. I'm not used to talking so long for such a long period of time. Non-stop. I'm not a big yapper if you know me personally. I don't talk a whole lot. Yeah, sorry. But like I said, I'm very passionate about things, very opinionated. I want to see the things that I love get better and improve instead of going on a downward spiral and crashing and burning. But yeah, I think that's all I have for today. Yeah, I know. Again, very different. I'm not used to this style of content. I do want to do, I would say, something similar. I've been wanting to make reviews on a couple of games I've been playing, especially Black Ops 7 and the Crew Motor Fest, because I've been having a lot of fun. I know a lot of people dislike Black Ops 7, they fucking hate it for whatever reason. I mean, it's understandable with the state of the game, but or with how Activision is, you know, cash division. But yep, that's about all I have. X-Man, signing off.